Hello, my name is Rob Lunn. This is my second extended techniques video for the guitar. This particular one deals with sounds you can get using the right hand. If you go to my website, you can download a PDF of some of the examples found on this video. In addition, if you have any questions, feel free to send me an email. It's rob@robertluncomposer.com, and I will try and answer as best as I can. Topics for this video include right hand glissando, various pizzicatos, string timbre, right hand tapping, and right hand tremolo with the flesh of the finger. All right, for this example, I am sounding the string by tapping the B, and then I slide up to the E. Now the problem with that is you get a lot of noise. You get those bitones that I talked about in the first video. So one thing you can do is use like another finger to pluck and then do the glissando, like that. So you can do these anywhere. On the 6th, 5th, and 4th strings, you'll get a little bit of noise. For this example, I am muting the strings with my right hand. So I'm just resting it on the strings close to the bridge. If I get too close to the sound hole, you don't really hear much of a sound. It's too muted. So you have to kind of find that spot. But you can do pizzicato on any string. You can do chords. For this example, I am just trilling a note and resting the hand close to the bridge to mute the sound. To do the Bartok Pizzicato on the guitar, generally you just pull the string up and let it slap against the fingerboard. And it gives it a rather loud percussive sound. Generally what I do is I will, with my thumb, just pluck straight up. You can do this on any string. There are a couple different ways to change the timbre on the guitar. You can play what's called a dulce sound over the fingerboard. You can play the natural sound, which is around the sound hole. And you can get a ponticello sound closer to the bridge. You can also change the sound by the angle of the nail hitting the string. So if you're more perpendicular, you get the natural sound. But then if I move if I change the angle of the nail, you can change the timbre that way as well. To get the clarinet sound, you pluck the string 12 frets higher than what your left hand is doing. It gives it a hollow sound. You can do that on all strings. So if I compare that to just normally playing it, you can do that with chords, arpeggiating chords. In this example, I start the first sound by tapping with my right hand first finger, and then I pull off to the F sharp, and then I hammer on to the A. This is a technique popularized by Eddie Van Halen in the late 70s, as well during the 80s, and it's been used in the classical guitar repertoire as well. You can tap pretty much anywhere. Again, on the 6th, 5th, and 4th strings, you're going to get a little extra noise because these strings are wound. Now, there are a variety of different ways of notating this. What I would recommend doing is using what's often used in the rock world, and that is by putting a T over the note that is to be tapped. So in this particular example, I put a T on the D, and then we have the F sharp, A, T. For this example, I am doing the tremolo by rubbing the fleshy part of my finger on the strings. It gives it a kind of a whispery sound. As far as notating this, I would use the standard tremolo notation, but you're going to want to make a note that you're to do this with the right hand flesh part. Otherwise, guitarists would probably use the nail, and this is the sound you would get. And that's done by just moving the finger back and forth, which is obviously a different sound than... Like many of the previous examples, doing this on the bass strings, you're going to get a little extra noise, which maybe that's what you want. If I do all of them, you get that sound. And I can change it by, for example, just barring different spots.